Hello, my name is Sarah, and I'm your hygienist. Today we're going to be going over your nutrition and how it affects your oral health.
Fantastic.
I'm going to have you fill out this sheet right here, and I want you to just go through and just fill it out honestly and just kind of like generalize for everything except for this one part where it's within the last 24 hours, write every single thing you ate. Okay.
Well, I'm hungry. I'm Paul, and I would love to fill this out.
Don't mess up that math.
2 plus 2 is 4.
Is it? I had no clue.
Okay. Yesterday, should have got a younger participant.
Great, looks great. Okay.
Perfect.
So anyway, we're going to go ahead and go through this. So let's start with your 24-hour food record, everything you ate in the last 24 hours. So starting with breakfast at 8:30 in the morning, that's early. You had a cup of Raisin Bran Crunch, whole milk, and 16 ounces of coffee with stevia sweetener. It's a lot of coffee. Seems a decent breakfast. Generally, with that breakfast, you want to have like a good balance. I wouldn't necessarily consider this balanced. However, I mean, for the most part, you got that grain, you got that milk.
Raisins.
Raisins, you're right. You got that raisins. For midday meal, no morning snack. That's good. You had one single ham and cheese sandwich on wheat bread. Did you have anything to drink with it?
Apple juice.
Apple juice.
With no extra sugar.
Okay, well, you got a good protein, more of that dairy, and wheat bread is better than white bread. And that apple juice, while sugar-free, still tends to be one of those sweeter objects. You kind of want to lean more towards water. Yeah.
Where am I going to get my fruit?
Actual fruit. Like bananas, apples. Anyway.
Okay.
It's, considering I know the brand you buy, it could be worse.
Okay.
So for the evening, you didn't have any afternoon snack, proud of you. For evening, you had 3 slices of pizza. And I'm assuming you had that with apple juice?
Correct.
Okay, there's that apple juice again. And for an evening snack, you had brownies and milk. Now, I'm not impartial. Those brownies were good. But you got that dairy. Those brownies, especially when eating so late in the evening, you always want to make sure you brush your teeth afterwards, especially with those brownies. They're sticky. They get stuck in your teeth. And anyway.
Create problems.
Overall, looking at it and comparing it to the ChooseMyPlate.gov recommendation, I'm not really seeing a lot of green, so you don't really have a lot of vegetables in your diet. I can recommend that you should maybe look into, maybe with that ham and cheese sandwich, put some spinach on it.
I bought it today.
Oh, great. Spinach is good.
Couldn't find less.
That's a shame. You got a good bit of protein. You got that ham. I'm assuming your pizza had like pepperoni on it.
I took the pepperoni off and put ham on mine. More
ham. You got that dairy. That's good. I would recommend, instead of apple juice twice a day, maybe have apple juice with your morning meal and then water with your evening meal. I can cut back on mine.
I want to see you get your brother off the apple juice.
We will discuss his nutrition later. You're taking lots of vitamins, fish oil, krill oil, lots of ones. That's really good. Those are very important. And I know you're doing that physical activity daily. I know you're running in the mornings.
Yep.
Couldn't be me. But anyway, it's looking good. If we were to think about afternoon snacks, if you ever were to find something and you wanted something sweet, I could recommend gum, but that gum has to have a key ingredient called xylitol in it. You've probably heard of it.
I don't do gum. What you're not gonna like is that when I do an afternoon snack, it's gonna be popcorn.
Yeah, we don't like
And
popcorn
I
gets
do-
stuck in your teeth.
I do the low butter or low fat popcorn, which probably still has plenty of fat in it.
So I
do brush my teeth
aware
when I use popcorn.
You do brush your. I've seen your teeth; they look good. So anyway, moving on, we're gonna take a look at this nutrition and oral health. So you circled only 2 options on here. You eat alone most of the time. That's false. I eat with you all the time.
You guys
but
are
anyway,
here temporarily and then you're gone.
Anyway,
Hopefully y'all go back to school. I did this
You
like this is a normal
100% drink sweetened beverages 2 or more times a day, Mr. Apple Juice. But anyway,
It's not sweet.
We're gonna let that. Anyway,
I'm gonna switch to water. Okay, so we'll say that. Same with I'm up at 6.
And you had 3 or more cavities at a recent dental checkup, but that's okay. We're going to get great dental insurance one day.
Yep.
So your total score for this was 2, and so that's good. Next time you come and get your teeth cleaned, go ahead and go over this again, see if anything's changed, because your overall diet does impact your oral health.
Okay.
Now, if we take a look at this determine your caries risk box, this is a very key indicator on how your food really impacts, especially when it comes to caries or cavities. So you got beverages and soft foods, so that's like apple juice and all of ice cream, and so you did put that you eat that up to 2 times a day. Pretty average, and that's only 2 points right there. You got them solid and sticky foods. You do eat those brownies, cereal, occasionally some pastry, potato chips, popcorn. And so you only put that you do that 1 time a day, and this is generalized, so that's good. And that also equals 2 points. You didn't put anything for slowly dissolving foods, and that's good because those generally tend to sit in the mouth longer. And so overall, that puts you at a 4. And so you're leaning more towards the low risk for caries. You have a generalized. Your diet isn't too bad. It could be a little more balanced. But in the long run, it doesn't seem too bad. When looking at your diet, you want to know that some foods change the food you eat and how long you eat it, how often you eat it changes the acidity of your saliva, and so that impacts the bacteria that likes to sit on your teeth. The bacteria that likes to sit on your teeth and eat it away. In this lovely little diagram I have, it'll sit there, and so the more often you just nibble throughout the day and you keep that pH of your saliva acidic, the more likely that bacteria is going to have that chance to start eating away at your teeth and then causing bad damage. You are very conscious of your diet. You do tend to stick more towards low sodium, low sugar, so that's smart. So I want you to keep doing that. But other than that, I think you did really good. And so now what we're going to do, we got one last page we're going to fill out together. Totally didn't forget about this. Okay, so choose one thing that you would most likely to change in the next 2 weeks. Remember, you want your goal to be realistic. What if you were to change something about your diet, what would it do? What would it be?
Based on our discussion, I could easily reduce my apple juice intake, as apparently natural sugars aren't good, or not. Maybe they're better than others, but not as good as less.
Exactly. Now that you've identified one thing you would like to change, talk with your healthcare provider and come up with strategies or ideas about making the change. Make sure the strategies fit your lifestyle and need. Make a list of 2 or 3 strategies here. So, basically what we're going to do, how are we going to reduce that apple juice intake?
Everything has to be about that, or can we just...
it's in relation to this. So like we could replace or only drink water with dinner.
Yeah, I have access to filtered water as well as bottled water, so this will be really easy. That's why I brought it up, an easy one.
Mm-hmm. And then another thing we could do is purchase less and convert the whole family. Billy won't like that, but I think it needs to be done.
Well, I was always flying under the assumption that the apple juice was good for him.
It's better than some of the other things he could be drinking, that is for sure.
It's the only fruit he's going to intake.
solid point. Just keeping in mind, you just want to, if there's a way, even if you wanted to try and dilute it, it's still lots of sugar and just, especially knowing how Billy is, he doesn't brush his teeth, he drinks it constantly throughout the day, and again, it lowers his acidic pH, and therefore, looking at it with you, if you're sipping on it throughout the day, it lowers your the pH in your mouth, makes it acidic, and then causes those cavities.
Okay.
So anyway, purchase less. And then, in 2 weeks, you're going to get this sheet. I want you to review your goal and write down how close you came to meeting your goal.
You put number 3 that I had already intended to try to increase the number of times a day that I brush my teeth.
Okay. Okay, great. So for some homework for you in 2 weeks.
You didn't say anything about homework.
2 weeks, I want you to go back and take a look at your goals and see how closely to them you followed, and just, okay.
Easy enough.
Do you have any questions? No? Great.
Not anymore.